Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about S-Bear from One Piece. Why are we talking about this guy today? Well, 11.18 was released last week, okay, and we have seen a lot of things with Bonney, a lot of controversy, specifically with Bonney in this latest episode, and basically Oda seems to be giving her unlimited power, unlimited possibilities. We are going to be talking about the spoilers in this video today, okay, so feel free to jump into another video in the channel if you don't want to see the spoilers or if you are not up to date with the manga. Basically, we have seen Bonney transforming into Nika looking as well. She asked for a future that she's totally free, and Luffy, because Luffy's power, I think these fruits are complementary, how Luffy's power is complementing her fruit, she was able to transform into Nika. This is not out of the blue. We have seen the evolution of all of this during the whole Egghead. So she's been using a little bit of GR3, a little bit of this and that, stretching, even GR4. She's been kind of giving hints and clues that at some point she may be using this GR5 that is Nika form, okay, the awakening of Luffy. And yeah, there's a debate, there's, I think internet is a little bit split in two, but I think it's important for the video about S-Bear that I want to talk about today. I think Bonney needs to have a limit. As I understand, Bonney could say, Bonney could ask, give me a future where I'm the best swordsman in the world, and she could even be better than Zoro and everything, and then we could have a problem there. So that's why I think we will take Bonney with us a little bit. We finish Egghead, we take Bonney with us a little bit, we enter Egghead, we enter Elbaf most probably, and there is gonna be some sort of Vegapunk is dead, the body is dead, and Kuma seems to be dead or disconnected. So these two bodies need to have some sort of burial or something like this. Oda is an extremely big fan of Vikings, and this is why he started One Piece, because his love for Vikings, okay? So I think we will see a Viking funeral with the sheep and the pyre of wood, the pyre of fire and everything, and these two characters probably will have something in that line, okay? After that I think is gonna be as soon as we arrive to Elbaf, because Buccaneers, the race that Kuma belongs, it's from kind of at some point ages ago, a mix between giants and humans happened. The Buccaneers were born, and they are not big as giants, but they are really big, as you can see Kuma. And the father of Kuma as well, he was very big. So what I want to talk today is how S-Bear can connect with all of this. First of all, what is S-Bear? S-Bear is something called Seraphim, and Seraphim is a clone of certain pirates, in this case the Shichibukai. S-Bear is clone of Kuma, and is made with the lineage factor. So because the lineage factor, this kind of DNA part that Vegapunk discovered, he was able to clone at this level. Probably because he had information and research from Judge, that Judge, Sanji's father, is the one who is the specialist in cloning, as we have seen in Big Mom saga, in Sanji's past, okay? So these Seraphims that so far they have seen the original Shichibukais, we have S-Bear, we have S snake is Boa Hancock, we have S hawk, that is Mihawk, we have S shark, that is represents Jinbei, and then we have S flamingo, that is gonna be from Doflamingo, S crocodile, probably S croc, that is gonna be from crocodile, and then we're gonna have S bat, probably, or S gecko, probably from Greco Moria. So these are two different groups within the Seraphims that we don't see much about them, because ones are in one place and the others are in Egghead. Okay, so as I said, they are made from the original Shichibukais, and this, in theory, how it's finished, this project was finished, and they are usable and they are weaponized. Vegapunk announced this to the government and to the Marines, and the government decided to cancel the contract with the Shichibukais. Okay, so they're supposed to be stronger than the original Shichibukai. Okay, and keep in mind that there is a moment, in Egghead Saga, there is a moment where we have an attack from Gear 4 Luffy plus Ruchi in hybrid form to Esper, and they throw him away a little bit, he rolls, boom boom, gets up again like nothing happened. They seem to not have feelings. They don't show feelings as you know, on the first go they will not show feelings. There is this conflict with a snake, with Boa Hancock, a snake, Seraphim, that she looks like she likes Luffy as well, and is taking this from the original Boa Hancock that is in love with Luffy. And this ties with at the beginning of Egghead, when this massive shark attacks the Sunny and the crew, and Lilith is inside, and Lilith comes out and says, oh, this shark is kind of showing the instinct, the primal instinct, so they can't cancel, they can't eliminate the primal instinct. And we see this in Boa Hancock, and we see this in S-Hawk as well, that he is basically a fighter and he craves for fight. And we are gonna see this, I believe this 100%, that we are gonna see this more and more when S Flamingo, S Croc, and S Lizard or S Bat are revealed, and we see them in action doing things, because we haven't seen actually them doing anything yet. We seen them, we knew that, oh, you know, they are going to cross guild, blah blah blah, but we don't know, we haven't seen them fighting. Okay, so those characters are bad guys in the real story, and I think their instincts are gonna be revealed in the story time now to be bad Seraphims as well. That they will do whatever they want, and they will not take orders lightly. Or if they are able to take orders, their primal instincts may override the one who is giving orders. That in this case it should be Bonney, because Bonney has the command of the Seraphims right now, and there is none higher than Bonney in theory, so this can't be overwritten. So just to keep talking a little bit more about I'm drawing a little bit, very sweet, while I want to explain this properly, so that's why I'm focusing in explaining to you why I'm doing the video about S-Kuma, S-Bear today. Okay, so to kind of, there is a video I made about Bonney and her PX army that I'm gonna put here, that you can redirect to this video as well and learn more about the Seraphims, learn more about the connection with Bonney, and why do I think they will do what they are gonna do at the end of the saga, and going forward as well. So to talk a little bit about the Seraphims and everything, so the Seraphims, as I said, they are clones made from someone, in this case Kuma. And the thing is, they have these traits these particularities that they are from a special race that it was supposed to be extinct in the world of One Piece, that is, they are called Lunarians. King from Kaido is a Lunarian, and the particularity of this race that these Seraphims have as well is they have brown skin, brownish skin, they have black wings, they have white hair, and at the back there is a flame that I will do it here as well. Can do it here on top. At the back there is a flame, an extinguishable flame. That means that it's all the time on and it never goes off, that flame. So we see in the fight with Zoro that King is at his weakness, at his weakest point, we will say, when the flame is reducing. So it's kind of, it's like a energy, it's like the mother flame that we've been seeing. It's like an energy source, and I think King seems to be sucking energy from that flame, absorbing energy from that flame to be able to attack stronger and to defend stronger. And when the flame is kind of more unstable on reducing the size is when Zoro is able to cut him, and that's how he defeats him basically. So with the Seraphims it's happening the same. So they have all these capabilities and all of these kind of tricks that the Lunarians can do, because they are made from lineage factor from Lunarians plus lineage factor from the specific person that they are cloned, in this case, as I said, Kuma. Okay, and Kuma, on top of being a normal person, he's a buccaneer, so he's from another race. He's a mix. He's kind of mixing races to do these kind of super soldiers, because basically these are the super soldiers. Let's draw a little bit the hand. I want to do the hand here, like he's kind of pointing towards us, the paw. The specialty of Kuma, and in this case as well from this S-bear, is that they have, both of them, the Nikyu no Mi, that's the paw fruit, the one who does the bubbles, and as until now we thought, and before the Seraphims, that okay, one person, one fruit, and there is no repeated fruits and anything. But Vegapunk, because the lineage factor and the investigation with the Akuma no Mis, he has been able to synthesize, let's see, the power of the Akuma no Mi in something called green blood. The green blood is what, as the word is saying, like a liquidish, like a blood, green color, and you can see it on the arm. They have on the arm kind of a, especially you can see it very nice in Boa Hancock Seraphim. They have this canister. This is like a canister that is a part of the forearm, and there you can see how this is flowing, this is bubbling and everything, and that green blood is giving the Akuma no Mi power to each one of them, whatever power they have. Okay. There is a video, very interesting video about Frankie that I'm gonna put here, and in that video about Frankie, I'm talking about Frankie finishing this saga heavily damaged, basically almost dead. I'm preaching for this. Please, Oda, if you watch this video, when you watch this video, please make me a Frankie with green blood, that he can be super, because Frankie, when he's introduced in Water 7, that is, Water 7 is my favorite saga, together with Enies Lobby, and now Egghead is competing with this. Frankie is like a toolbox, and in that video you will see of Frankie that if you potentiate him a little bit more to have more abilities and more things, without giving him a fruit, it could be very interesting. So that video about Frankie, I'm gonna put as well here the video about my favorite saga, that is Water 7 Enies Lobby, so you can enjoy that watch as much as I did the recording, because it was very, very nice, one of my favorite videos recording. And I'm gonna put here as well a video about Lilith, that I think that Lilith is coming with us now. I said it since the very beginning, and so far it's happening. So in that video about Lilith, is complementary with the Frankie video about how Lilith, with the Vegapunk knowledge, is gonna upgrade Frankie with Wapo Metal and other tools, other weapons, but especially with Green Blood, so Frankie can recharge instead of Cola. He will use Cola normally, but in specific conditions, in specific fights, when he's at the most needed time in a fight, he will take these canisters of Green Blood and put it in the belly, and then get super and have one specific power, or different ones. Probably he has like assortment, like in Dragon Ball you have these capsules, and you can have different capsules. He may have different canisters, different capsules of Green Blood to potentiate his power. But yeah, feel free to check out those videos because it's very, very nice, very interesting, and I think I would say it's inevitable. I don't see a scenario where Oda doesn't do this in the story. Having the clue there, having the idea of this, and having a Frankie being a cyborg as well, and all the experimentation, and being a fan of Vegapunk, I don't see a scenario where he doesn't let Lilith improve him, and on top of that, I don't see a scenario when Frankie would say no to that, because he's not having a fruit all the time. He's having a fruit in specific moments, at specific times, okay? The drawing is looking nice, it's looking sweet. It's looking like a chibi, because they are like kids expanded. They are giants, basically. So this is a very big Kuma. It's like Kuma size, actually, being a kid. So he will get very, very big. S-Hawk, that is Mihawk's Seraphim, is kind of like this size, more or less. But we have seen now in the anime and in the manga as well that he's fighting Zorro, and Zorro is like half of his size. So that is massive, massive. I love that. I love Egghead Saga, and as I said, it's becoming one of my favorite One Piece sagas. Let's do the arm. This goes like this. It has a star. Instead of having the pose all the time, it has like a star representing the Seraphims and the upgrades that Vegapunk has done with them. I like very Captain America, Marvel, a superhero, and I love it. It's very nice. So let's do. I know it's like a wing, that it's gonna be wings when I draw it, but now I'm just gonna do the cue for the idea, like this. Okay. Feel free to tell me in the comments as well, what do you think about S-Bear, what do you think about the Shichibukais, what do you think about the clones, the Seraphims, and what is going on with all the story that we are seeing with them, because it is, I think, a little bit controversial, and a lot of people is having, you know, different ideas about these guys, and different whys, and yeah, so feel free to say, speak your mind and explain your opinions here. Just recalculate a little bit. I think we are now in frame. Maybe a little bit more, like this. Like this should be good. So the drawing, I think I have the sketch. It's looking very sweet, very nice, and yeah, I love it. I love it. So we have talked a little bit about Kuma, a little bit about the Seraphims, what are the Seraphims, from where they come, how they are made, who made them, and some special abilities that they have, okay. And I want to focus now, where are they? So as I said before, we have S-Bear, S-Shark, S-Hawk, and S-Snake in Egghead. And then we have the other three, that they are supposed to go to fight the Cross Guild, blah blah blah. But the Cross Guild has been doing other things. We haven't seen that part. It's not been shown. And that means that they were able to, or I don't think defeat as such the Seraphims, but at least they were able to get rid of them and keep doing something else. Okay. Let's do this big hat. with the ears, the bear ears. Okay. Looking very nice, very sweet. I love these designs very much. They are so big, they are so cool, they are so strong and everything, and I think it gives a lot of game for the story. It's just to do this. Texture like Kuma, is very replica like Kuma with the glasses and everything. Okay. Okay. Looking nice. This is the fire at the back. The fire at the back, very nice. So, as I said, so Esber in particular, he arrives to Egghead with the CP0. The CP0 is gonna return him because he has been doing a mission that they don't explain and we don't need to know. But the thing is that this is like a cover. They want to return the Seraphim, the Esber Seraphim, and they have the mission of killing Vegapunk and killing all the Vegapunks around. Okay, so this story starts to unravel. They arrive to the island. Vegapunk, they don't let them, the Vegapunks, they don't let them land. They say just drop door in the shore, Esber, and go. We don't grant you access. And with the fruit, with the pawpaw, we see there that he has the pawpaw. Ruchi says, "Oh, you know, let's use the fruit, let's use the power at our advantage, and let's go in." So they use the fruit, they go in, and then they have Sentomaru. Sentomaru is there to receive them with the 3 other Seraphims, with S Boa, with S Snake, S Shark, and S Hawk, and they start fighting, etc., etc. And Sentomaru has the command chip, the chip that controls the Seraphims higher than the CP9. The CP9 has a chip holder. It's like a key for a car, like a small thing that you press and the Seraphims do whatever you say. Okay, and that is escalating. So we have these people that have the chip, and that Kobe had one of those as well when he went to capture Boa Hancock, but you know, Kurohige Blackbeard ended up getting in the middle. So above that chip you have Sentomaru, okay, and then above Sentomaru you have the Gorusei. Then you have Vegapunk, then you have the Gorusei, and we thought that was the top, but Vegapunk happens to reveal that the higher of them all is Bonney. Okay, so all of this thing is happening. So Sentomaru is fighting them, change the commands. So Esber starts attacking them as well. Okay, there is a fight there and everything. Let's do this first, 1 second. Sometimes I get too distracted with wanting to explain things and I don't draw. You need to remind me as well, stop and draw. This is the paw. I have here the paw. And this drawing, as I said, I want to do it as well very loose. I love to do the loose drawings like this. These chunky big guys that Oda designs, I love to do them like, you know, like this. That's gonna be the arm, and we fall like this. Okay. As you can see how I have most of the design nicely done from before. I'm able to do a quick pass to do the lines here, you see? Like this. And the trousers, Oda loves to do this kind of lines there. this as well. So the Seraphims are fighting the CP9, blah blah blah, and then Sentomaru is defeated and they regain power of the Seraphims. So now the bad guys have the control of the 4 Seraphims in Egghead, Sentomaru is destroyed, Bonney is involved there as well. Well, the fight with other people starts unraveling, Kizaru is arriving, the Marines are arriving, there's chaos in Egghead, okay, ups and downs. The thing is that with Luffy's help, with Lilith's help and everything, the 4 Seraphims, including Esber, they end up being inside bubbles. Bubbles made by Vegapunk that they are able to hold Akuma no Mi users. Kaku ends up in a bubble as well, Ruchi ends up in a bubble as well later. And I have this theory about probably Saturn. Since the very beginning I'm saying that Saturn will end up in a bubble and maybe Blackbeard was able to take him like that, but we have seen that the Blackbeard pirates have escaped. And I will put a lot of this information from other videos, like some comments about the Blackbeard pirates that I have in the show more sections, because it's not specifically relevant for this theory, so I don't kind of go sidetracked. But if you think about it, that bubble, it is so strong that it's able to kind of conceal these people, to kind of have these people trapped in there. They are not able to escape, and they are super strong. Like until now, very recently, we still have Kaku inside the bubble, and Stussy is asking to Vegapunk to, I think it's Pythagoras, I think he's asking. Well, he's asking one of the Vegapunks if she can release Kaku, and he says, well, do whatever you want, because it's your own decision. So, as I said, all these things happen, and it is revealed that Bonney has the supreme command, so she's the highest rank in the hierarchy for to command the pacifistas. And in that PX video that I made there with Bonney as well, I say, in a nutshell, that Bonney needs to be with us a little bit for the beginning of Elbaf. Then these burials and these things will happen. I still think she has some connections with Big Mom. I will put this in the show more session as well. I still think she has some connections with Big Mom. But basically, we will have to let her go and do her own story. She needs to... I think her purpose of the story is to go and collect the rest of the Seraphims, and they will escape. His crew will be Seraphims, and Stussy needs to be with her, because Stussy is the clone by excellence. She knows everything about Vegapunk. She can teach things to Bonney as a kid. She can teach things about clone and how to have your own person to the Seraphims, and she is gonna be like a master. They're like a teacher for them, and something like this. And in this sense, Lilith probably is gonna end up going with them as well. Maybe Lilith stays with us a little bit, does the Frankie updates and everything. It is very likely that the whole Vegapunk concept is killed, and all the satellites at the very end or at the end of Elbaf, they are killed. If not in this saga, in the next one, because he has served his purpose already, and the main body is dead. I don't think he dies until the brain is dead and until all of the satellites are dead. So that's why we don't have this kind of sadness, the feeling of sadness. But yeah, let's do this as well. 1, 2. Okay, something like this is good. I like it. Something like this is good. Looking nice, looking nice. a little bit. Made him like flying a little bit. So what? Focusing in Esber, okay, because I don't want to go into Vegapunk and things. I have another video about Vegapunk that I will put in the show more sections as well, but I want to focus in on what Esber, why I'm drawing him today, why, what do I think he's gonna be doing actually in the story. So basically, if Bonney buries her father, Kuma, and Vegapunk in Elbaf, they do this Viking funeral and everything, and that theory about her crew, let's say her crew, and her mission is to find the other Seraphims, and all of them kind of find their own consciousness and be real people, because all of them have been experiments, basically. All of them, every single one of them have been experiments. It will make sense that Bonney's story is not that tragic, and there is something good to the story. So why wouldn't we leave Kuma behind in Egghead and we will escape, and Atlas is taking Kuma? I think we are taking him because he needs to do the ultimate sacrifice for us to be sad about Bonney. And by this is, I think, the Seraphims right now are in the island. They are falling. They've been released from the bubbles with Venus Juro attack. Venus Juro cuts half of the island in like an egg, and there they fall with the rest of the CP agents, and they are basically released from the bubbles there. Okay, so I think all of them are under Bonney's command right now. I think that's the point, and they need to protect their escape. They can fly with the boots inside the island. They can po outside. So I think most probably what is going to happen, because if you remember in the last episode we have seen that the Elbaf ship has a hole in it. The Mars has done a hole on the keel of the ship, so that means they cannot escape in traditional way. Since the very beginning I thought Kuma would slap them and they would leave flying, and I said this many times in many videos, that they will escape separately, together, blah blah blah, but it makes a lot of sense that once all of them are on board, Kuma does the ultimate sacrifice and slaps the Viking ship with the Sunny in the Viking ship too, and all of them go flying to Elbaf, most probably Elbaf, at the beginning of Elbaf. And by doing this, Kuma's last mission, like he protected the Sunny in Archipelago Shabondi, the last mission is accomplished, so he can self-destroy himself and kind of not kill the Gorusei, but do his final move. Because if you think about it, this whole story and this whole flashback is Kuma's story, okay? And we know it's Bonney's story, but we have been following Kuma. So it will make sense that he does a ultimate sacrifice, epic, legendary, when we all cry, now that we absolutely love Kuma and absolutely love Bonney and Vegapunk. So that will make sense for me. These Seraphims need to fly. When they are flying, then probably you have this guy that is gonna be kind of the last checkpoint in the island from the good guys, and probably Bonney, when she, there is like a kind of a voice of all things, or a voice in the back, like an echo that stays behind, giving a last order, and this last order can be something like Seraphims or my brothers, something like my brothers, like treating them like brothers. I will be waiting for you, like Luffy says always, I'll be waiting for you in Elbaf. So they kind of hold that moment there, and then with the pawpaw that he has, because he needs to use the pawpaw, this is there for a reason, he will slap the other seraphims, he will slap himself, and they will fly to Elbaf, they will escape to Elbaf with the new mother, in this case mother or sister, that it's Bonney. That could be very poetic, because then in Elbaf, at the beginning of Elbaf, you can have this kind of Viking burial for Kuma without a body. You can have the Viking burial and then say something in the lines of, oh, thank you very much, Luffy, for helping me. It was super cool, because you need to remember that she's a kid, and Luffy is quite childish as well. Oh, it was super cool to fight with you, you are Nika, and now I'm gonna follow my dreams, and I'm gonna help other people around the world. I'm gonna help these guys to learn and to be their own person, and I'm gonna help as well to find the rest of the Seraphims. And then probably that's my take, that is my opinion, that after Yamato's cover story, the next cover story is Bonney and these guys with Stussy traveling the world, collecting the rest of them, and being like cool and fighting and being like a pain for the world government on the side. I don't think Bonney or the Seraphims will end up going with the revolutionary. I don't think they will stay with Luffy and they will fight, because they are too many, too strong, and you will be taking, to be honest, you will be taking screen time from other characters that we want to see, like we want to see S-Hawk, the Mihawk Seraphim fighting, yes, like we've seen already a little bit. We want to see all of them fighting, yeah, but I want to see Usopp, I want to see Chopper, I want to see Sanji, you know, I want to see our guys, and the clones and everything is good, and just make them go with Bonney, make them have their own adventures, make them be able to be kids, like have their consciousness, and Kuma, this Kuma, Esber, hasn't shown yet his primal instincts, and that primal instinct that he should have is fatherhood towards Bonney. So there is a bubble, if you remember, there is a bubble in Egghead, and in that bubble, because Bonney is able to see what is in that bubble, not through touching it, through the screens, because Vegapunk says to Kuma in the past, in the flashback, I will be able to give me these memories, give me all your memories. There is a bubble with all Kuma's memories there. So I think here we have two options. Or Kuma as a Kuma as a father, okay, when before he explodes in a self-destruction button that he had made by Vegapunk, so he needs to use it, even if, because the power of love, he has been able to suppress it now, and Vegapunk is even surprised because of this. He said, I don't know how Kuma was able to do this. That means he will definitely use it, and the Buster Call is gonna fire back in the government, and they are gonna suffer the self-destruction of Kuma. But we wanna cry. We wanna cry. We want sentiment. We want to have the tears in the eyes and be sad about Kuma. So Kuma, the primal instinct, is gonna jump out of the Viking thingy, the Viking boat, the Drakkar, is gonna slap them out of the island. They will fly to Elbaf or near Elbaf, and then he's gonna run, fly, jump into the bubble. I see an image of the bubble falling, with the whole island falling, still with the cut that Venus Juro has done, the bubble falling, and that bubble, the bubbles that he creates, that Kuma creates, it is said that they need to, if they don't find a host to stay with, so they will return to the original person. In this case, those memories belong to Kuma. So I think they are Tolkien as the memories are like a person, okay? So these memories, they will not be able to return or to go into anywhere, and as soon as they are unplugged from the computers that Vegapunk is holding in the lab, and the island is getting destroyed, and they need to return to the owner. So I see this last moment of self-destruction of Kuma while the bubble comes into him. He remembers everything, and he's gonna be there. Now I remember you, my daughter. I remember you, Bonney. I just got goosebumps. I remember you, my daughter. And then I love you, or be free, sail the sea, and all of these things. And boom, explosion. And Bonney, while flying, crying because she knows that the father sacrificed himself. The father had still a little bit of humanity, and that's the reason of saving him. And at the same time, I think that could be very good for the story, very good for Kuma, and very good for the concept of the martyr, and the person who sacrificed everything for a loved one, in this case Kuma. So that will make us cry. That is my theory about what is going to happen with Kuma. And the option B that may happen is that the bubble, or a little bit of the bubble, is able to go into this guy before he leaves. So having a little bit of memories, and through that little bit of memories, plus the lineage factor, to play the concept of magic, the concept of love in the Seraphim, that they are clones, so he's able to unlock the rest of the memories latent and sleeping within the DNA, within the lineage factor, okay? And then he will be more and more Kuma, but as a child. So Bonney will have to take care of him and everything, because if he goes with Bonney at the very end, now they escape with Bonney at the very end, he needs a special treatment because he looks like the father. Bonney is in shock most of the time at the beginning of Egghead, because just looking at the other PX, they are like, oh my god, this PX looks like my father, and she gets very blocked because of that. So this kind of trauma needs to be addressed. And if this Kuma is gonna stay with her, the concept and the idea needs to be a little bit worked and changed. So he should have a little bit of Kuma's memories, if not all of them. So, Kuma, original Kuma, has what I've done, what I've said, and all of us cry at the end, and this guy takes a little bit, or this guy takes the whole thing, and then he starts slowly to awaken, to unlock all those memories, and have the memories of the father, but not straight away. So Bonney will have to work with him like therapy, so he's able to unlock all of this information and memories, and be a father figure, being a giant, because he's going to be massive, and he can take a little bit of lead as a protector of Bonney. All of them are going to be friends and brothers and sisters with Bonney, but this guy probably will be the protector. You know, no one is going to touch her because blah, 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 blah. So that is my opinion about Bonney and about Kuma and what is going to happen. And I think now we are almost at the end of the video, okay? And it's time to add a little bit of color. We want to do the flame of the let me see. Okay, the flame of the Lunarians that they have at the back, looking very, very sweet, very, very epic. The hair is white. But I have this sweetness that I love, that the eyes have been already introduced to you. My mini black pen to do these kind of details here, like this. A little bit of shadows there, here as well. This is white too. A little bit thingy here on the ears. Okay, looking sweet. As well, these guys here are gray. I'm gonna do like a small pass. Okay. And for this as well, a bit of dust there from the flying. Epic. Epic, epic. Then we have the star is yellow. We want yellow, and we want. I have these two tones to do the skin, brown skin, as I say. That is explained that the Seraphims have this type of skin because the Lunarians. I love the concept of the Seraphim. It is very interesting, it is very epic, it is very Oda, and I can't wait to see more story with them, more reveal with the Lunarians, the original race from where they come, these experiments come, and yeah, more clues about this. This is connected to the Mother Flame. The flame that they have on the back is connected 100% to the Mother Flame. When you work in something, in a project, sometimes that project fits in other projects, and I think the Mother Flame project, he was able to finish this because he potentiated with these flames, and then boom, epicness. Epicness. So let's do some details here. I haven't said it, but all these Seraphim clones have attributes of the other PX, the other pacifistas. They can throw the Kizaru lasers and everything. So these are legend. These are legends. So I don't see us again fighting against these guys. We have seen that Zorro can hold his ground against the Seraphim, and the Seraphim is sweating, and that is brutal. That Blackbeard the Jonko is scared of S-Hawk cutting Amazon Lily in half, and then we have Zorro clashing with him, not sweating it and saying, "Oh, you look even more human than Mihawk." You see the difference in power level there, and in fear. Zorro has no fear. I don't see a moment when we fight again after Egghead with the Seraphim. So the Seraphims need to be allies going forward. It will make sense that they stay. They stay with Bonney. Okay. We need pinky now for the hands, for the palms. There are gonna be friends. They are gonna be messing up all the time with the government and the government and the Marines, but not with us. And yeah, let's do these details. I know I have given you now a lot of info. It's a lot of info even for me, but I've been thinking about this for a while, and seeing this kind of Pokemon evolution that Bonney has had in the last episode and everything, I think it was the perfect time to share and to expand a little bit on my Bonney theory and Kuma theory. I made a theory about them at the very beginning of the channel. I think it's my second or my third theory in the channel, where I talk about the relationship and everything. There's a couple of things that I didn't guess correct in that theory, but regardless, go and check it out. Feel free to check it out and tell me your opinion about that other theory. I'm gonna put it here or at the back, on the bottom, show more section, so you can read it. And yeah, and I talk a lot about Big Mom and things relating to Big Mom and Bonney and all these things that even if it hasn't been revealed, or it may never be revealed or true, it's interesting for the sake of the storytelling, and you can find, oh, it never happened, but ooh, that's a good idea. It could be. So feel free to check out those as well. I enjoyed a lot doing them, and yeah, I'm just missing the last part of the Seraphim. that they are very identified with this all the time. That is the wings. Okay. They have small wings. Lunarians don't have small wings. Small wings normally are from Skypea people. And here we see in the Kaido saga we see how is it called? We see King with these massive wings. These guys, they are gonna grow at some point, and they're gonna be massive guys as well at some point, and we need to see them with big wings and massive wings and flying like let's say the father, because basically it's like the father, the king. King is like the father of them. So you thought I forgot, but I was leaving them for the very end. Okay. Yeah, that's the size. I think they are very small, very sweet, very here on the top, like a detail. We are gonna create some sort of whiteness of the feathers like this, so we don't actually paint with the ink the whole thing. This drawing has been very enjoyable. I'm trying to not repeat drawings and talk about different theories, so you have as well, you can pick my brain in different ideas, in different concepts I have of multiple characters. And there are characters that I want to repeat, and this is a good excuse, like being a Seraphim. It gives me a chance to talk again about Kuma, again about Bonney, and again about updated things that let's say half a year ago when I done the other video, I didn't have that information from the latest episodes. So it's nice. I have some characters that I will definitely talk more, like Luffy, Ruchi, Usopp, and yeah, and as well an excuse it can be different outfits, different designs from different sagas, or the old design and the new design, things like this. So feel free as well to drop in the comments if you want to see a specific character that you haven't seen yet, and you say, oh, I don't know, make a video about the Gold Roger, talking about Gold Roger, and why do you think this and that, and I'm more than happy to do, more than happy to check, and obviously I will need to prepare it a little bit and think how to do it, and how can I talk about something that it fits as well in my in my ideas, okay, not to do a random thing, that it's gonna be fitting with other theories and other ideas and complement other concepts, and yeah, so we're missing here the wings. And yeah, and if you don't like One Piece, that sometimes happens, and you are here only for the drawing, welcome as well. Tag along with the drawing, stop the video whenever you want, let's draw together, let's do step by step, and let's learn a little bit how to draw. I have my other videos as well, Inktober, that I'm gonna put a couple as well in the show more section, and some of them I do how to draw this, how to draw that, and more focused in book illustration as well, and I'm enjoying them a lot as well. It's my first time participating in Inktober 52 and the yearly competition, the yearly challenge, and yeah, so yeah, feel free to share on all of these things as well with your people and online in the platforms. And yeah, I appreciate it, and the channel appreciates it, and other people finds it through you and through me and through other people, and everyone appreciates it, and that is beautiful, that is nice. So I think we are done. Very sweet drawing, very nice drawing for today. We have talked today about S-Bear, the Seraphims, what Kuma may do, what S-Bear may end up doing, why Bonney will take control of these guys and she will end up being like a mother figure for them, and yeah, just adding a little some subtle details there. like this, because we are finished here. The flames, a little bit of epicness with the flames as well. But yeah, as I said, yeah. As I said, we are done with this drawing. Okay, there we are. Let's sign. So, this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed the drawing, the theory and everything. Feel free to like, subscribe, share with your friends, share it in social media, show it to your family as well. Let's comment and create a little bit of discussion. I'm more than happy to talk about everything, the things that you agree, the things that you don't agree. Let's open discussion, and yeah, I hope you had a nice time. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.